Hey guys, this is Matt with MSG's Treasures. I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm not going to do these very often, maybe once a month or so. I'm going to actually show you what sold over the last several weeks from storage units that I've bought. Some of this stuff's not very impressive. Some of it is okay, but either way, they give you an idea of things that sell, and they'll show you stuff I've found in lockers. So sit back and enjoy. Oh, and while you're here, please hit the subscribe button if you like this kind of stuff. It really helps out the channel, and I really do appreciate any support y'all give me. So thanks again, and here we go. First thing, I have three things right now for this first clip, and they're all under $20, but they're all light. So, and this one surprised me. That we got a little hand-painted wooden house from Charleston. It is signed on the back with a little saying from 1990. So these are little souvenir pieces. This is the pink house in Charleston. It's actually an actual house on Rainbow Row. I think it's on Rainbow Row. I'm not sure. But anyway, this sold for $21.99. It's been listed a while, a couple months. I got it out of a locker I paid $600 for. It wasn't a good locker at all. I'm gonna be lucky to make my money back. It looked great from the photos. It was a 10 by 10 packed with just boxes from floor to ceiling. No furniture, dust on the boxes. And I'm talking, it was tall ceilings. It was taller than me, probably 8 to 10 feet of just boxes. And I had to get it. It was a total gamble. And it didn't pay off. 80% of it, I swear, was old women's clothes, elderly women's clothes, stuff not in style. I donated most of it, so I was able to get a couple things. I did find a camera that I sold for $180. I do have some clothes lists that have sold for $30-40, like Chico brand and Ralph Lauren. There was some of that, but most of it was out of style. Not in style, elderly woman's clothes is all I can say. And then the other 15% so we're at 95%, was books. So I did manage to find a couple winners in that lot. I sent out 2 boxes to Amazon of books that will sell, that I'll make $2 to $3, $5 plus on. Some of them were $30 and $40 books. And yeah, so enough about this little house, but $21.99, it's like 3 ounces. I'll wrap it in bubble wrap and then some cardboard and put it in a bubble mailer, so easy. Is something from Avon. So I got this out of the locker I called the Harley Davidson locker. I got last year. So last year, it's been listed a long time. And there's some Avon does well. I thought this was going to be really do well because it's actually a collection of metal Michael Jordan cards. It's 5 card set from like the mid 1996 Upper Deck. So yeah, I thought this was going to be great. Not so much. I had it listed for $24.99 and finally been sending out offers to watchers like for the last year. Somebody finally bought it for $17.99. So it's first class item. It's going to be about $4 to ship this, and I'm going to make $10 off of it, probably $10-11. That came out of the Harley locker. So it's been listed a while. The Harley locker was actually really good. I paid $400 for that unit. Like, it was between $400 and $450. Don't remember the exact amount. It was a 10 by 10. And I made all my money back plus some on the albums I found in it. Really good record collection in there, like Led Zeppelin, Beatles, Pink Floyd. It was an awesome collection. I love selling records, and it was a great surprise to find that. So, and why do I call it the Harley collection? Well, it had Harley stuff in it. Mostly clothing items. There was some motorcycle parts that were still wrapped up in the bags that were like authentic OEM Harley parts. It's a willow tree. This is the last one. There was about 20 of them in this locker. I sold a couple for $40 to $45. Most of these sold Q4 last year as gifts. I had this one listed it's a taller one. I had it listed for $24.99. Somebody sent me a best offer of 16. I countered at 18. A not really related. What do you think of my background? I really like the blue light. I really like the records, but I'm thinking about maybe adding some shelves. And it kind of looks off-centered in the video, but my Walking Dead comic there is actually centered on the wall. It's just the camera's angled slightly. So I'm thinking about adding some shelves up there, maybe adding some of the things I collect that are at the house just to look cool. Or I'm thinking about maybe putting items that I have listed for sale up there that are cool. Tell me what you think. Alright guys, I got a few more items I sold over the last couple days that came out of lockers. So I have 20 items going out today, and I have, didn't even count, 5 things that came out of storage units. Some vacuum cleaner parts. These came off a Dyson vacuum. The Dyson wasn't in the locker, but these sold. Dyson, if you don't know, is a really expensive vacuum that goes for hundreds, brand new. So people buy these parts. These are really clean. I didn't have to really mess with them at all. Had them listed for 20 bucks. Somebody offered me $16.50, and I took it. And they're still light enough to go in a poly bag and ship first class. And I don't even remember what locker those came out of. I know there wasn't a Dyson in it though. Alright, next is kind of funny. If you ask me, I found these in, I don't even remember where I found them. I think, I don't remember. Anyway, these are shower curtain hooks. There's a whole set of them. I'm just not going to show you all of them. But they say Remington on them, and they're fake shotgun shells for shower curtain. I just think it's hilarious. I thought somebody would have to buy these. Like, I had these listed for 20 bucks, and they sold for, I don't even remember. I just looked at the price too. They sold for more than $15. So, and they're still light, so they're not going to cost a lot. All right, got a pair of patent leather Kinsey women's like clogs, I guess is what you call them, pumps. I don't know. I had these listed for $24.99. This came out of, I know what locker it came out of, but a lot of that stuff went to an auction house. So I had a bunch of Auburn stuff in it. These sold, like I said, these sold for 20 bucks, and they're gonna cost like $9 to ship. So not great, but hey, I'm glad they're gone. All right, I just listed these. These came out of the locker that I'm currently going through. I had them priced for $14.99. They're Disney's Learning CDs with Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. Had them listed for $14.99. Sent out an offer to Watcher to $12.99. Somebody bought them, and they're gonna go media mail, so they're gonna cost $3.18 to ship. So about $9 profit, and these sold fast, a couple days. And the best item by far, so far for this video actually, is this Bible. So it's a financial breakthrough. It's about, it's just going about the Bible and finances, I guess, with it. Brand new. These are going for like $150 on up. This one actually has condition issues with indentations on the leather and stuff. This was in a box full of paperwork in my worst locker ever. If you haven't seen that video, I actually showed this in the follow-up to that video, and I'll put the link down in the description. But this sold for $98.99. I had best offer on. I was expecting to sell it around $75 or $80, and somebody just bought it full price. So good score. I'm glad I didn't lose money on that locker. I did lose a lot of time though. That was a horrible locker, but yeah. And I'm back with some more listings I stole from storage units. Obviously, this is what the video is about. But for me, it's been over a week since I did any recording. Me and the family went to Disney World, and it was awesome, exhausting. I'm still tired, and I got back like 3 days ago. So today's Monday. I have 36 items going out total for the whole week I was gone. And these are just some of the things that I sold that came from storage units. Alright, first thing we got here is a pair of Nike Air Max. These are a youth size. I listed them as youth and women's size. They don't have insoles, and then there's these bubbles You gotta check and make sure that they are not popped. This is definitely a pair of Nikes to look out for. These only sold for $40, so they have the insole and their kid sizes, but the the men's size of these go for like, I don't even remember, over $100. I don't want to say exactly because I don't remember. I just know they were over $100 pair used. So great bolo. This came out of a locker. I paid $260 some dollars for, and most of my money's coming back from all the Nikes that were in it that had no idea they were in there. Just a nice little surprise. Alright, next up is some Genus Sunscreen. I had 5 of these, brand new from a locker. I paid $600 some dollars for. That was mostly clothes. A lot of Neutrogena items in it. I've already sold the other 3 a couple months ago. These are the last 2 that sold. Total price, I got $25.98 free shipping, and it's still going to go first class. Alright, next up, this came out of the worst locker I've ever bought. Paid $70 for it. I already got my money back though, so if you haven't seen that video, it's definitely worth watching. This is a license plate, New York. It's called a Liberty plate because it's the Statue of Liberty on it. There was 3 total in this unit. 2 are matching. This is the one that doesn't match, and it sold for $21.99. Next 2 items came out of this recent locker that I'm going through still. I'm not finished because I was gone for a week, and the next video after this is going to be more of that locker. It hasn't turned out to be very good. I'm still going through it, so there might be something that surprises me, but so far, the best thing I found are these things. So this is a trinket box, or a pill box, whatever you want to call it. This is a brand called Monet, which is, they make mostly jewelry. And it's a little heart, enamel heart. And this sold for $34.99. So not bad. So getting my money back a little bit at a time, I guess. There was 50 of these little trinket boxes, and they're all wrapped up. This is another one that sold. It's a little purse thing. It's made out of porcelain. There's no brand on this one. Little chain holding it. And this sold for a whopping $14.99 free shipping. It's gonna cost like $3.80 to ship. So I'm making like $9 off of it after fees and shipping. So not bad. I mean, I have 50 of them. Most of them are in the $15 to $20 range. This was the best one though. So we got a Pixar Cars lamp. This, I don't even remember what locker this came out of. My son had this for a while. He got a different lamp, so definitely pulled this out of a locker. I think it was my first locker actually, in March. And I paid $90 for that locker and made a couple grand off of it because it was loaded with video game stuff, a lot of Nintendo stuff, a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was fantastic. Locker had a lot of brand new toys in it, like Trolls and stuff, from the new movie, which that stuff, I still have. I think I have one thing left from that locker that hasn't sold yet, and it's a sleeping bag. And it's probably still high as why, but this sold for $39.99 plus buyer paid shipping, so they paid a total of $55. And yeah, pretty good sale. Not even a lampshade. Alright, next up is some face serum rejuvenating cream. This sold, don't even remember. It sold for $24.99. The brand is Black Rice Platinum from Perlier. I don't know, I guess. Came out of the locker, I paid $600 for it. Was all the boxes, where it's mostly closed. This is brand new and sealed, so no expiration date. Cool little sale. It's going to go pretty cheap too, first class. Next up, this is a calculator, Texas Instruments. It sold to somebody with like 40,000 feedback, so I bet they're buying it to resell it on Amazon. I don't know. This is not a TI-84, which is the really good one to look out for, but it's a TI-83 Plus, and this sold for $29.99. And this also came out of the $600 locker that was mostly closed, even though I'm selling a bunch of stuff from it that's not. Next up is this multi-tool made by Winchester. This came out of a unit, and I don't even remember because it's been listed forever. sold for a whole $12.97. That's why I know it's been listed forever, because I don't use 97 at the end of my listings anymore. I just do 99, and it's been at least a year and a half. So I don't know, I'm gonna make $7 or $8 off of it, and I don't even remember what locker. All right, this one came out of my dad's locker, so I'm counting it as something I sold out of a storage unit because, well, it came out of a storage unit. Luther Vandross, it's a collectible tin. Music's 3 CDs in here, and it's sold for $14.99. So I'm gonna make like a whole $9 off of it, but I'm not gonna say for free because I had to help him unload everything, load it up, and then go unload it all. So it definitely, there was no free involved. He just gave me stuff that he didn't want anymore for helping him, and this is what I do for a living, so why not give it to his son, right? And an ABU combat uniform for U.S. Army. This is actually new with tags. This came out of a locker, had a bunch of Auburn Tiger stuff in it, and I made decent money off of it. That one's like a blur because I sent a lot of stuff to the auction house, and I paid $400 for that unit, and I know I'm definitely up in the green there. I just don't know how much. Yeah, I don't track this stuff very well. I just know if I made money off it or not. Anyway, it's a large ABU top, brand new, sold for $24.99, and this will go in a poly flat rate priority bag for $8.20. Alright, we got here, I know it's hard to see, it's in the bag, but it's clothes. I hate selling clothes. It's a brand new outfit by Ralph Lauren from the 90s. It's like a snakeskin pattern with a halter top, like leggings. I don't know. I had it priced for $60. Somebody sent me an offer for $40, and I took it. And this came out of the mostly clothes locker because it's a clothing item. So $40, not bad, and it was listed for, I'd say, a couple months. So not a bad sale. Alright, I am back. This is going to be the last clip for the day of things I sold. So obviously, if you've been watching this far, it's stuff I've sold from storage units. But let's get started. So I really like songbooks. Not so much country songbooks because they don't go for a lot of money. This is a Hank Williams Country Hit Parade music book, songbook, see, with the notes in it. Anyway, this locker it came out of was the Harley locker. There was probably 20 or 25 songbooks. None of them great. Some songbooks can sell for a lot depending on the artist. But this sold for $14.99 free shipping, and it will go media mail. Next up, this is a dice game called Zip It. It's basically brand new. Still has a tag on it. It is complete. Really struggling to find stuff out of that $600 locker, and this is one of the things. And I went back and forth with a best offer with somebody over $1. Like minimum I would take is $12.99 free shipping because it's going to cost a little over $3 to ship, and they wanted it for $11.99, and I don't care. I'm going to respond with my lowest offer every time, even if it's lowball, because it generates activity on that listing, and a lot of times I've sold stuff full price just by sending offers back. You know, don't take it personal. It's a numbers game, so I refuse to go lower than $12.99. I don't care if it's $1 or not. So, but they finally bought it on the last counter offer. All right, next up is a pair of shoes. These are Batman Vans, not Vans. These are Converse Chuck Taylors. These are kid sizes, but I put a woman's size in the listing, and I'm sure a woman probably bought these. I don't remember the name. I've had these for a long time. They're pretty beat. That's why they took forever to sell. But they sold for $26.99, and I did re-photograph these, so that might have helped selling it. And finally, we got an album. I think this came out of a locker I bought down in Aiken, where I could see the records in the listing, but couldn't make out what they were. Definitely probably not a record I'd pick up at like an estate sale. This was like $1 and in better shape. The album itself is pretty decent shape. I'd give it probably a good plus rating. But this is Sly and the Family Stone's Greatest Hits, and it sold for $14.99 free shipping. Again, it's going to be $3.18 to ship, so I'm making about $10 on it. Alright, y'all, that's all I got. I really appreciate y'all watching. If you like this kind of video, if you're still here, please subscribe. It's free, and it helps out the channel a lot. I really want to grow this channel. I enjoy sharing these bolos and the storage units I buy with y'all. So, thanks again, and see you in the next video.